This is episode 1965 of the Daily Meditation Podcast. I'm Mary Meckley, and I welcome you back to our series this week. Our series is all about healing soul wounds. So this series is a deep series. It's a series where you might want to keep a journal. After you meditate, write down your reflections and write down how you are doing as you go throughout this week's series. And think about the specific soul wound you are focusing on releasing this week. Experts tell us that we usually have 2 soul wounds that we're dealing with at a time. And I'll share the soul wounds with you. They are considered to be 5 soul wounds. Notice which ones you may be dealing with right now in your life. Rejection, injustice, abandonment, treason or betrayal, and humiliation. Think about what you may have been dealing with for even most of your life. There are a lot of ways to heal your soul wounds, but most people hang on to them. If you are here listening to this podcast, learning how to meditate and even sitting down and meditating after each episode, you are doing the healing work. And a lot of times, healing work isn't so hard. It's more about showing up for yourself consistently, day in, day out, where you allow yourself to feel and to process the emotions you are going through. I want to share with you from an article in Psychology Today by Dr. Darcia Narvaez. She wrote an article titled Stories of Connection to Heal the Primal Wound. She says, each of us is connected to not only the web of life, but a web of stories. So consider your primal pilgrimage. What stories do you tell yourself that may even include and may even keep your soul wound festering? Maybe it's time for a new story. In her article, she says, primal wounds from lack of community support and harsh or neglectful treatment in early life, or from trauma later, lead us to brace against the world. But in those wounds may be our salvation and our gifts. They make us sensitive to certain aspects of the world, and if we are brave, our journey to healing can make us wise in ways that help others. Each of our lives is a pilgrimage, a journey led by our spirit or our unconscious awareness of things. We can describe this pathway as a hero's journey. Many of us face challenges in figuring out who we are, what our gifts are, what our purpose is. But if we start to follow our bliss or our passionate interests, we have started on the path. So as you consider your soul wound, think about how you could follow your passion or your bliss, those interests that are uniquely yours, as a way to heal your primal wounds. And in today's episode, your technique is a breathing technique. Breathing techniques are one of the most powerful ways to instantly calm your mind and your body. The breathing technique today is connected to your daily challenge. You were issued a daily challenge at the very beginning of this series. This was a challenge for you to let go of judgment. This can mean letting go of judgment in regard to others and also in regard to yourself, or in regard to your environment or a situation. Sometimes people in your life who may have contributed or caused your soul wound, often they're not willing to put closure on harm they may have caused. Sometimes they're not even aware they caused any harm. And this can be difficult for you as you heal, because closure can help you move forward so much easier. It's not as though you forget what happened, but it allows you to begin to forgive and move onward. One of the best ways to include closure on a soul wound, especially if you're not able to get any closure from the situation or someone who may have harmed you, is to do exactly what Dr. Darcia suggests in her article. It is to follow your own passions and to make something better for the world in regard to your soul wound. So your breathing technique today is to inhale and bring your breath upward to the point between your eyebrows. This is regarded as your spiritual eye. And then hold your breath. Hold the pause between the inhale and exhale and try to stretch it out. And as you do so in this pause, mentally repeat release. Release the judgment, release the blame, release the pain. And as you exhale, feel tension release within you, exhaling through your nose. Carry this technique into your meditation today. See if you can do 3 rounds of this technique, releasing judgments and allowing your soul to heal. If you'd like the full guided meditations, you can find those on the Sip and Om meditation app. You can try this app for 2 weeks free access. You are so worth slowing down for.